Ladies, Mama Mindset is sponsored by Primally Pure. It is a skincare company that I believe very, very passionately in. I started using their products more than 5 years ago and haven't looked back. One of my favorite products that they offer is their natural deodorant. I guarantee you will not find a better natural deodorant anywhere else on the market. When I started on this journey as a stay-at-home mom, 7 years ago, I went on a long journey trying to find clean products for myself and my family. I wanted to clean up the environment that we were living in, and I stumbled across Primally Pure, recommended by a friend actually, and I haven't looked back. Now, not only do I use a multitude of their products, but my mother uses them as well. So, as a gift to you, as being our sponsor, I want to make sure that you get 10% off your first purchase with them. So please use the discount code Mama Mindset at checkout. Again, that's primallypure.com, discount code Mama Mindset for 10% off your first purchase. I guarantee you're going to love the deodorant. I guarantee you're going to love their products. So go check them out today. Hey, Mama friend. Welcome back to another episode of the Mama Mindset. I'm your host and creator, Amy Cawthron. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this is your first time joining me, welcome. Put on a seatbelt because we do a lot of tough love on this episode. I also don't filter anything out. We keep everything raw. We don't cut any curse words out. I tell you what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking in every way possible without the soft, mushy, gushy bullshit that's going on in the world for women right now. And if you've been listening in the past, welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging in there, sticking it out with me, and joining this community. So if you listened to more than one episode, then you are part of this community, and I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to have my listeners. It's just amazing. It's amazing to me that we're building this community and we are having these conversations in a really raw, uncut, honest, super transparent way, because there just isn't anything else like this out there right now. So today's topic is probably a little bit of a controversial one in a sense, but it's really not, because it's really just a different perspective. Okay. So just hang in there with me on this. It's just a different perspective. It's just a different way for you to think about this. And it's about accountability partners. Okay. And let me go ahead and preface this by saying accountability partners can be awesome. James Clear even talks about that in Atomic Habits, is in the fact that if you're not sure where to start, one of the best places for you to start is by getting yourself an accountability partner. Now, what I want to talk about is where accountability partners actually fail us. Okay, is where they actually are not helping us, they're hindering us. And I hear this time and time again. I think we've all been guilty of it at one point or another, and it's not starting something because we don't have an accountability partner, or quitting something because our accountability partner took a break, or we can't find another one. We use an accountability partner or lack thereof as an excuse to not get started, to not begin. Accountability partners are a huge buzzword, I think, right now. It's a huge topic that people say that you absolutely need to stay consistent in your goals. Get yourself an accountability partner and you won't fail. Well, yeah and no. I mean, what happens when that accountability partner fails? So here's an example. You want to go for walks, okay? And you have a person that you want to walk with, okay? Your accountability partner. Okay, we're going to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and we're going to go for a 45-minute walk every day. Well, what happens when that accountability partner doesn't want to walk in the rain on a Tuesday? What if that accountability partner partied too hard the night before and doesn't feel like getting up in the morning and going on a walk with you? And you're also a little bit tired and you say, you know what? Susan's not getting up today to go for a walk, and I'm also a little bit tired. So, why don't we both just give each other some grace, and we're going to sleep in today and we'll go for our walk tomorrow. Hashtag accountability partner fail. That'd be a long hashtag, but I think you see my point. They can hold you back they can limit you. They can keep you from actually overcoming the obstacles that you need to overcome in order to create growth within yourself. What an accountability partner does is it makes you rely on external forces, on external circumstances in order for you to stay motivated to keep moving forward. So, like I said, an accountability partner can be really helpful, but this conversation is about where accountability partners are actually failing you. What I want from you, what I want for you is for you to hold yourself accountable. The best growth that you will have is when you're holding yourself accountable, regardless of somebody else's actions, regardless of what somebody else thinks or is doing. Now, I actually think that the best accountability partner is somebody who's not necessarily doing it with you, but somebody that you can just check in with, somebody that you can just talk to or vent, or is just a good friend that when you're like, man, I feel like shit this morning, or I started my period today and I really don't want to do this, that they're going to say, you know what? So maybe you can't do a HIIT workout today because you have cramps, but you can sure as shit sit on that yoga mat and you can do a 30-minute session of yoga and you can keep moving your body. That right there is an accountability partner worth gold. Now, I've had moments in my life where I've had an accountability partner. I've also had moments in my life where I am 100% solely reliable on just myself. And when I started, I'll tell you a little story. When I started on my personal growth journey, I posted on Facebook. I think I've already told all you guys this story, but I'll tell it to you again. I posted on Facebook that I was looking for some workout plans. This was after I realized I couldn't get up the stairs without getting winded. How am I supposed to keep up with my children? How am I supposed to be the mom that I want to be if I can't even take care of myself? So I posted on Facebook that I was looking for some at-home workouts because we all know that when we start to look into at-home workouts, A, they're expensive, and B, it's super overwhelming. You're looking for the perfect one, the magic pill, whatever works, and something that's going to align with you. So I had a friend, an acquaintance from college that I had kind of started walking with before they'd moved away. And she had given me the suggestion of a program that she had done that she really liked. And I just thought, you know what, I'm in this. I'm going to do this. And I'm not going to search any further because I could take this with me. It's a printout. It's not a DVD. It's something that I can do almost anywhere with minimal equipment. I'm choosing this one and I'm going to stick to it. 12 weeks. I didn't have anybody that did it with me. It was an at-home workout that I started doing when I was home at my parents' house. Okay, that's when we were living with my mom and dad. And that's how my journey started. It was 100% on me to do that every single day. I wasn't meeting anybody anywhere. I wasn't getting up and going to the gym. I was holding myself accountable to do my workouts on my own. Now, I had this friend as my quote accountability partner because I would message her when I did them. I would send her a picture, not because she was truly holding me accountable, but because she was proud of me. Because I was proud of myself, I wanted to share that with her. I wanted to tell her when I was doing these things, and I wanted to, and she celebrated them with me. She is an amazing friend. She celebrated those milestones with me and she encouraged me and she gave me tips and tricks on what to do when I wasn't feeling up for it. Or, you know, I've had several knee surgeries, so I didn't know how to modify some of the workouts. So I asked her for her opinion on what can I do in these scenarios. So she was my accountability partner in that way. She was my support. She was my love. She was my encouragement to take care of myself. And she was there when I needed her to be. But she wasn't my accountability partner in a sense that I was relying on her to do the workouts. Okay. I was relying on myself. I wasn't getting up and I wasn't meeting her anywhere. I wasn't using her as my motivation to go to the gym. So another area that I see as a challenging aspect of having an accountability partner is that we tend to use that as moms, as women. I think men too, actually, use that as our social time. We use that as sort of this killing two birds with one stone idea, like, well, I get to go to the gym and I get to see so-and-so and I'm working out. But if that's one of your motivations or a big focal point of your motivation for doing your workouts is the social aspect of it, if, and I'll say if and when, because nothing is finite, nothing is forever. When that social aspect goes away, when you're missing that part of it, are you going to stick to your workout routine, to your physical fitness routine, or are you going to let it slip away? Are you going to let it go away? Chances are good you're probably going to let it go away if you haven't shifted your mindset behind it. So I'm not telling you to go out and drop your accountability partner if you have one right now. I think that's great. There's so many positive, good things that can come from that. Socialization, socializing with another mom is great, great motivation, okay? A great reason to get up and get going in the morning. But if that person isn't able to make it, if that person has to stop that routine with you, are you going to still keep going? I hope the answer is yes. And I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about how heavily you're relying on that accountability person for your motivation. Because what I want you to do is rely more heavily on yourself for your accountability to keep moving forward, because that is where your growth comes in. That is where your self-sufficiency and your dependence comes in. You don't need to be dependent on another person for you to do the things for yourself. You have to find the internal motivation and the internal drive, okay, to keep moving forward, to keep doing the things that you need to do. Now, like in Atomic Habits, they say, James Clear says that accountability partners are a great place to start. And I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. I just want you to be sure that you're not relying on them too heavily, that you're not putting too much weight on another person to be that what's the word I'm looking for, that boulder, that, that everlasting foundation for you to, find your motivation and to keep moving forward. So let me know what you think about this today. I know it's a little bit of a controversial topic, and I don't mean it to be controversial, and I'm not trying to be judgmental if you do have an accountability partner, and I'm not saying to drop that accountability partner because I think it's fabulous. I think it's fantastic. I just know that if that accountability partner shows up late and you have to cut your workout short because of that person, there's a problem, okay? If that accountability partner is not reliable and it's now impacting you and your goals and your dreams and your desires, then that's probably not a healthy relationship in terms of accountability. So it's okay for you to take a step back from situations like that and to focus on yourself and to rely on yourself. There are problems, a lot of problems that come to accountability partners and relying on somebody else. So evaluate that, take a look at that. Your first and most important step is taking care of you. The first and most important thing that you need to be doing is focusing on your growth for yourself, okay? Your individual accountability. That is so powerful. That is really what's going to set you up for success, and that's what's going to set you apart from other people, is being an independent individual woman. So go forth, my friend, as I always say, and don't drop your accountability partner because Amy said so. Just keep that relationship going. Enjoy it for what it is. I'm just saying, don't put too much weight in it. Remember that the things that you're doing are for you, okay? Remember the purpose behind it. Remember that it's not up to anybody else to get you out of bed in the morning. That's a decision that you have to make. These are things that you need to do. Again, that is why I love the Mama Mindset Reset Challenge, because there's no start date. Okay. There's no group start dates. There's no group accountability aspect of it. It is only you holding yourself accountable. Now, if you decide to find another mama friend to do it with, my hat goes off to you, okay? Amazing. I hope both of you mamas do it together, and I think that would be so much fun. But what happens? Are you prepared for when your accountability partner fails at something, doesn't succeed at something, or decides they don't want to do it, or decides they want to take a step back? Are you fully prepared to keep moving forward at the same rate that you're moving forward? Or are you going to give yourself grace to take a step back? Also, if they're like, well, I mean, I kind of did this today, and I'm just going to count that. I was like a half of a glass short on my water, but I'm just going to keep moving forward and do my gallon tomorrow. Are you going to step up and say, sorry, girlfriend, that doesn't count for the challenge? Are you fully okay with accepting the fact that you'll get through the challenge and technically you had failed and you kept moving forward? Are you going to be that person? You can do that without being an asshole, by the way. Maybe that sounded like an asshole, but, and it's up to that other person. If she wants to move forward, then she's the one that's going to have to live with it. And there's no judgment that comes from you, right? There's no judgment that comes from me, because that's a choice that you're going to make. But just know that that's the choice that she's going to have to live with, or you're going to have to live with if you're the one that made that choice forever. Forever and ever and ever, you will know that you didn't drink that half a glass of water, that you only did a 20-minute workout that day, you didn't do 30 minutes, that you read 8 pages, you didn't read 10. Just examples, okay? So are you prepared to hold her accountable? Are you prepared when she holds you accountable? Are you prepared to hold yourself accountable when she's not holding herself accountable? Okay, just some things to think about when it comes to relying on other people and holding each other accountable and thinking that you need an accountability partner, because everything you need is already inside you. Everything you need is already inside you. It is not inside her or him or anybody else. Maybe your husband's your accountability partner. What happens if your husband doesn't make it? What happens if your husband doesn't succeed? You're going to still keep going forward. You have to keep going forward. And it's not up to him to give you the motivation to do it, because everything that you need is already inside of you. So let me know what you think about this today. Thank you so much for listening today, sweet mama. I look forward to talking to you again soon.